Hi guys, Kay here from Y'all Hearing This with a super quick message for you. We are currently doing a giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, 5 things will be up for grabs. Please see our pinned video on our page for more info. But do you guys want to win things like, the Vogue V covers that just came out? I have all 6. Or, we've got things like the Maxident, Stray Kids, Case File albums. I've got all 8. Or maybe you're a Maynard Monday fan, you want a signed bottle from Maynard's Vineyard. Or even just some merch from our shop on Redbubble. Anyway, all you have to do is hit subscribe. That's it. That's all. It's super easy. We hope you do it. Thank you for all your support as always, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey! Welcome back to Y'all Hearing This, the podcast episode.
Podcast version.
My name is Honeybee, or you can call me B.
And my name is Kay. Thank you guys so much for coming back.
Yes. Listen, so if you done seen the reaction videos to this week's episode, then you already know.
That's right.
Now I'm about to kick this thing off.
You really are.
With some legendary women, okay?
You really are.
This week's theme is November Blues.
That's right.
So basically, it's just anything that's melancholy. And anything that is just very like dew on the ground, it's raining, but it's like moody and like...
It's not quite the holidays yet.
Yeah.
You're kind of like looking forward to that.
You're like in between.
But it's getting a little colder and kind of meh.
Yeah.
All the leaves are gone. It looks kind of
You want to be mad for the touch of somebody. For the warmth.
Do you need someone like do you need to love someone
Like
you've never
been
been loved before? I'm gonna make love to you, baby. Anyway.
Right. So my pick for this week is by the legendary Spice Girls.
Oh, such a good song.
Oh my God. Okay, so before I even get into this, side note, I'm always interested. Okay, actually, let me take it all the way back. So my first experience with the Spice Girls is I was watching VH1. I think it was either MTV or VH1. I'm pretty sure it was VH1. Matter of fact, I think it was like pop-up video. The same way I discovered Mariah Carey. I think it was the same way with the Spice Girls. And because there was little tidbits about their first video for Wannabe. So their first song, right? So I was all about it. And my friend Diana Tuttle was a huge Spice Girls fan. When I say huge, I mean huge Spice Girl fan, okay? And so we would literally in elementary school would take a boombox. During recess, we would run behind the back door of one of our teachers' like back exits to a classroom, and it was like a little like cubby hole with like a big cement block, and we would stand in that cement block and we would play the Spice Girls album, and we would literally just be sitting there singing and dancing. And I always had to, I don't care, Diana, girl, I know you listening, listen, you all always made me the black girl. You all had to let me be motherfucking Scary Spice because I was the black one in the group, and I wasn't mad about it because I was here for it. But listen, our friends growing up did us dirty because I was always Scary Spice, right? And you know what I'm saying? Me and Diana, we were big people growing up. Like, she was a big girl, I'm a big boy. You know what I'm saying?
Which one was Jerry Halliwell? The one with the red?
Yes, that was Jerry was so there was Scary, Sporty, Baby, Posh, Ginger.
Ginger, that's right. Yes. I was saying in the reaction I had that hair.
Yes. And so but Diana always had to be Sporty, which like that was so funny because here we are, 2 big old people just sitting there eating our gushers and shit, talking about she gotta be Sporty. But you gotta be Sporty for with your Dunkaroos? Bitch, I'm over here with my Gushers. I'm over here with my freaking Fritos. Like, girl, how we gonna do this? But we made it work.
They brought those both back, both the Fruit Gushers and the Dunkaroos.
They sure did.
I haven't actually had them since then. Probably,
Listen, actually, we was in Barnes and Nobles yesterday, and literally in the Starbucks little cafe section, you can go and buy Dunkaroos right now.
Awesome.
I was dying.
That's awesome.
But anyways,
Sorry.
That started our love for the Spice Girls, and it carried on into, you know, all the albums. We went to the movies, like, to see Spice World, the whole shebang. So when I was thinking about this week's theme, the first song that came to mind, there was actually two songs by the Spice Girls that came to mind. And I thought one of them might be a little too heavy.
Okay. I'm so glad you went with this one. It is literally my favorite Spice Girls song.
So I ended up going with Two Become One. So there was, yes. Oh my God, I love this song. So there's a lot of info on this song. So y'all just bear with me. My sources for this, again, is Wikipedia and Genius.com. So, To Become One is a song by the English girl group Spice Girls. It was written by the group members together with Matt Rowe and Richard Stannard.
I did not know they did their own writing.
Yes, during the group's first professional songwriting session.
Okay.
And it was produced by Rowan and Stannard for the group's debut album Spice, which came out in 1996. To Become One is an R&B influenced pop and adult contemporary ballad that features instrumentations from a guitar, electronic keyboard, and string instruments.
I love those strings.
Yes. The lyrics focus on the bonding of two lovers and also addresses the importance of contraception. That's
funny. I never even thought about that, but absolutely, it sure does.
Yep. It's Big TV directed music video, which features the group performing against time-lapse footage of Times Square in New York City, was completely shot against a blue screen at a studio in London.
Yep.
The backdrop was later superimposed. And it was released as the group's third single on December 16th of 1996, and it was generally well received by critics. And it topped the UK singles charts for 3 weeks, becoming the group's third consecutive chart topper and their second million-selling single. And it was their first Christmas #1 single in the UK.
Nice.
In July of 1997, the song was released in the US, peaking at #4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and being certified gold.
Yeah, it was such a great song. I definitely remember that video, watching it. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just like something else. Like I was dead. So the background of the song, in December of 1994, the Spice Girls persuaded their former managers, father and son team Bob and Chris Herbert, to set up a showcase in front of industry writers and producers and A&R men at the Namis Studios in Shepherd Bush, London. Producer Richard Stannard was originally at the studio to meet pop star Jason Donovan, but when he ended up in the showcase after hearing Melanie Brown, or Mel B, Scary Spice, as she went charging across the corridor. Stannard recalls, "More than anything, they just made me laugh. I couldn't believe I'd walk into this situation. You didn't care if they were in time with the dance steps or whether one was overweight or one wasn't as good as the others. It was something more. It just made you feel happy, like great pop records." So he's talking about just them as a group.
Yeah, yep. And same thing goes with things like BTS and Stray Kids and stuff that we've been getting into.
Yes.
K-pop. Yeah, you like get to know them kind of individually, and you can feel that like bond and that just like coolness as a group.
Yes. Like that feeling as a group, for sure.
Yep.
Stannard stayed after everyone had left the showcase to talk to the group. And then he reported back to his songwriting partner, Matt Rowe, that he had found the group of their dreams. In January of 1995, Chris Herbert booked the group's first professional songwriting session with the producers at the Strong Room in Curtin Road, East London. Rowe remembered feeling similarly I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Stannard?
Standard, yeah.
Or Stannard, or whatever.
I'd say standard, yeah.
Stannard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Standard.
Okay, so Stannard, when he first met the group, He said, I love them immediately. They were like no one I'd ever met before, really, honestly. The session was productive as the duo seemed to get along with the group. Together, they discussed about the songwriting process and what they wanted to do with the record. And then in her autobiography, Mel B recalled that the duo instinctively understood their point of view and knew how to incorporate the spirit of the five loud girls into great pop music.
It's awesome.
And she went on to say, it's basically a love song, but it's got a message. Make sure you put a condom on if you're going to have sex. We all think it's very important. And that's from Mel B.
Of course it is. That's right. The Spice Girls want you to not procreate, okay? I'm just saying. Until you're ready. Until you're ready.
Right. Which is why there are lyrics
Wrap
like,
it up, bitch.
Be a little bit wiser, baby. Put it on, put it on. That's what they're talking about.
You know what's funny is that, like, I was, like, kind of like, hee, giggling in my head, like, nope, you're 2 years old. But nope, apparently I'm not. They are. Or they are too, so one of the two.
Wait. So it says the song was inspired also by the special relationship that was developing between Jerry Halliwell and Roe. And then Mel B hinted at this development in her autobiography, commenting that when Roe and Jerry started making eyes at each other, I knew what was going on, and even though they denied it, I knew them both too well for it to be a secret from me.
Yeah.
Stannard commented about the fondness between Halliwell and Roe too, saying, I don't want to get into the side of things. They were very, very close. They clicked. And I think the lyrics in To Become One came from that, especially the verse which they wrote together.
Gotcha. That's funny. That's cool.
So,
that's awesome. It's cool to hear kind of the background of it too. So that's really cool.
And so, like...
It's such a fun song.
It is. And, like, so as you guys know, the history of the Spice Girls, they ended up, breaking up in 1998. They ended up getting back together. Actually, it was the end of 97 they broke up. And then they continued as a group of four. And then they completely stopped. And in 2007, they did a reunion, a 10-year, it was like the 10-year reunion or anniversary or whatever in the U.S. And they ended up doing the first tour in the U.S. with all five members.
Oh, that's cool.
And I went to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was so dope.
I'm sure.
It was incredible.
That's one of those shows that must have been so much fun.
Oh my God, it was so dope. And then when the Spice Girls got back together again, and I think it was 2018 or 2019 when they did that reunion tour. Posh Spice didn't come back. Victoria Beckham didn't come back. But that was only overseas. It was in London. So I was really bummed that I missed that because I really wanted to be there for I think it was their like 20-year anniversary or whatever it was. And I missed it, but I have a bunch of friends that went. They said it was incredible.
That's awesome.
But as we are speaking, in the last like 4 or 5 days, Mel B just announced that they are literally planning a worldwide celebration for the 25-year anniversary of the Spice Girls. Cool. And it's the 25th anniversary of Spice World, which had Spice Up Your Life, Too Much. It had, stop right now. Thank you very much. I was like, jam! But they are doing a reunion tour this coming year in 2023, and all 5 members.
We'll have to see how much tickets are and see if maybe we can do a podcast road trip.
That'd be so dope. Because all five girls are going to be a part, and I guess Mel B said that they're working on Victoria, but it sounds like that they're really going to make it happen. But regardless, y'all be on the lookout for a Spice Girls reunion this coming year. I'm excited, but that was my pick, and I know it was a long spiel, but I live for the Spice Girls.
Yeah, no, that was so much fun.
Had to give all of it. Yeah,
it was such a good pick.
Yes,
I hadn't heard that song in ages, but it's definitely going on my playlist.
So good.
Definitely going on my playlist. I should have done it already. Put it on. I should have taken my phone and put it on.
That's right.
I love that song so much.
Yes. So that was my pick. But tell me what your pick was this.
Yeah.
Come on.
I went in a very different direction.
And I'm here for it. We want to talk about consciousness.
So as I said in my reaction video, I came to the song through The Simpsons of all random things. So my pick was Billie Holiday's God Bless the Child. And I first heard the song in general off of, I believe it was called The Simpsons Sings the Blues. Sing the
Yes.
Blues.
Yes.
And it was just I can remember the CD cover vividly. Like, we had it at the house, and us as kids, we all grew up watching The Simpsons and loved it. So, and Lisa sings it on the CD. So, but then obviously as you get older and you realize, oh, wait a minute, these are covers. Lisa Simpson didn't write God Bless the Child.
Right.
And you, yeah, I've heard Billie Holiday, and I had always like heard the name Billie Holiday, but I don't think I'd ever like put the two together.
Right.
But yeah, I love this song. I love her voice. I love the blues in general. It's such a great, I mean, it's the basis for so many other genres. So many other genres. And this one, I love the feeling of the recording that we listened to. It's exactly like she was at a nightclub singing in front of a live band. Oh my God. Do I want to do that in my life just once? Just once. Do I want like a fucking 10-piece band behind me?
Period.
Singing some like standards. Oh my God, that would be just amazing.
That'd be incredible. That'd be absolutely incredible.
So yeah, so to get into the song a little bit, so it was written by Billie Holiday and Arthur Herzog Jr. in 1939. It was first recorded on May 9th, 1941 by Billie Holiday and released by Oka Records in 1942. It was honored with the Grammy Hall of Fame Award in 1976, and it was included in the list of Songs of the Century by the Recording Industry Association of America and the National Endowment for the Arts. So she recorded the song 3 times.
What?
Yeah, one was May 9th, 1941. At Columbia Studio A, New York. Second recording was March 8th, 1950. And that was in Los Angeles. And her third and final recording was in New York City, June 7th, 1956.
Wow.
And she had different orchestras each time.
Wow.
So in her autobiography, Lady Sings the Blues, Holiday indicated an argument with her mother over money led to the song. She stated during the argument, she said, "God bless the child that's got his own." The anger of the incident led her to use that line as the starting point for a song, which she worked out in conjunction with Herzog. And in his 1990 book, Jazz Singing, Will Friedwald describes the song as sacred and profane as it references the Bible, while indicating that religion seems to have no effect in making people treat each other better.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a really profound message too, because money changes things.
Money changes.
Money changes things. Family, friends, acquaintances.
Listen,
it changes everything.
Money,
it changes everything.
Money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Straight up, it's the root of. Listen, money can get you.
So I mean, I am willing to be evil for everybody. I'm willing to take that on in this world.
Bitch!
I'm willing to sacrifice.
Hello!
I'm willing to sacrifice.
Now listen, they say money is the root of all evil, but bitch, wait a minute now.
Can also make you happy. I'm sorry. Not money in itself.
No.
Like, I think like
it can get you the things that can make you happy.
Oh, thank you.
Got you, girl.
It like yeah, exactly. Like, well, not even just happy, but just like safe, and I mean, makes your life a hell of a lot easier. You can also provide for the people you love. You know, I don't know if you ever do this. Actually, maybe we can even talk about it. Maybe we can segue.
Yes. Okay.
Do our say what?
Oh, let's go to say what? Go ahead, girl.
Because this is a great question. What would you do if you won Powerball tomorrow?
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
If I won Powerball tomorrow, I wouldn't tell anybody.
Yep. In Rhode Island, unfortunately, when you claim it, you have like it's public. But
in Rhode Island, really?
Yep.
I never knew that.
Yep. You cannot be anonymous. You cannot.
Why?
Anonymous like
that is crazy. So I can have motherfuckers coming up to me trying to talk about.
You don't have to do it right away.
Right.
And you can also set things up in advance. Anyway, I'll get into that in my.
Yes.
I've got a
I want to hear. No, I want to hear all of this because now my plan might sound like shit because of it. Wait. So this is what I would do before I hear Kay's plan because then I might switch shit up. But listen. So if I found out, I would not say anything. I would get myself a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would instantly start a trust. Mm-hmm. And I would start a trust for me and for, various family members. Mm-hmm. The first money I would ever spend, is, in my mind, I always said I would instantly pay off my debts, and I actually wouldn't. The first thing I would do is I would actually go and get my dad, like, his dream, like, house, or not even dream house, but like, my dad is very much a minimalist, but I know there are certain things that just are important or make him happy. And I feel like I would do something like, whether it's like my dad loves sports cars, I would invest in like a certain sports car, or like I always had this like dream or vision that if I ever hit the lottery, if I ever came into a lot of money, that I would literally just not say anything. I would make it sound like, oh, I'm going to buy my own house. And I would like have my family come and be like, hey, you guys, like, I really need you guys all to come check this house out, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And while we're looking through this house, to just have hired somebody to just pull a bunch of cars up and be like, oh, by the way, surprise,
You get a car, and
right,
you get a car.
all y'all get cars, and not only is this, you know, my
Turn
brother's
into Oprah.
house,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the next house up the street,
Buy a compound.
right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
literally like, you know, that's my other brother's house. And then further up the street, that's where, you know, my, you know, other family members live. Like, I really would love to buy like a whole piece of land and just put a bunch and just build it out into like a development and put a bunch of houses and stuff there, make it affordable. And that's what I always like. I always just want to take care of my family. But if it was outside of my family, because I feel like we all would say that. We all would take care of our family and stuff. But like, what would I actually spend my money on? I would literally go to every fucking concert ever, front row, don't even care what the price is, just my love of music. Everyone I can. I would donate towards like my favorite, you know, foundations and stuff. But more than anything, there are two things I always fucking said I would do in this state, in Rhode Island. I would go to performing arts school.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I would also create some sort of community center that really focuses as well on the arts. So it's like, you know, have a recording studio there. Like, I know we have these, like the Met School here in Rhode Island. They have like the one specifically, I think in Newport County, has like a recording studio in it. So the students are actually learning music theory and how to produce and stuff. But I would like make that for like a community based.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But
and
yeah, I feel like
adults and kids and everybody.
Yeah, like everybody. So I feel like that's what I would do. I would build a performing arts school like Tisch or something like that. And I would also, you know, make a community, you know, program or whatever for people to, you know, just be artists and just invest my money back into the arts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
mine is super similar to yours. Like, I definitely would, before I did anything, get that lawyer, get whatever set up that needs to get set up. And then, yeah, of course, take care of your whole family, whatever needs to happen, all the kids, make sure their college is taken care of and whatever, you know, set up trust funds or whatever, you know, whatever, all that legal stuff. But then, yeah, I would absolutely love to start something, for the arts also around maybe like a grant kind of thing or something, some sort of foundation, where people could like apply for money to do whatever, you know. Movies is a big one. I'd love to help have more hand in, just because I've worked in the past on some like local productions and I had so much fun doing it, and I'd love to kind of give, you know, different people like the opportunity to do that and not do it so cheaply that everyone's, you know, eating Pop-Tarts or whatever. So I've been there. But
I feel that.
But also music, art in general, you know. I'd love to travel. I'd love to hire someone to teach me every language in the world and just travel and not worry about it and just go. And if I find a place that's cool, just go and do whatever I want to do in that area and then move on, you know. If people want to come join me, great, fine. We'll fly them in, fly them out, whatever's happening, you know. And I would love to make music myself. I would love to get some good people around me, learn some instruments. I'd love to learn the piano, the guitar, take more voice lessons, things like that, record. But yeah, very similar. And concerts, yeah, for sure.
Oh my
For
God.
sure.
Oh my
For
God.
sure.
Like,
I'm flying to South Korea
Ciao.
and I'm meeting everybody.
yes! Girl, you guys gonna own a house in South
I
Korea
know,
if
I'm
you win
just
the
saying,
lottery.
this might.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And they can just come all chill at the house, whatever.
I'm just saying.
I would just love, like, to meet those people that mean so much to you, but also to make a difference for other people within the arts. I think is a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I would want to make a difference I just want to make a difference in people's lives. I would obviously want to live carefree and do whatever, but like...
But I don't know, and I don't think you strike me as a person too. Don't get me wrong, like, I love a Coach purse or whatever, but that's about the extent of my, like...
Yep.
Like, I don't even know that I'd want, like, a mansion. I'd want something, like, nice that has, like, a nice pool and stuff.
Same.
But, like...
Same. I wouldn't need no, like, 25 million room
I'd probably adopt,
mansion.
like, 50 dogs.
Now, if that's what God wants me to have, then I'm gonna have it. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Now, I ain't gonna, rebuke my blessings.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
But,
do I want a movie room in my house? I absolutely do.
Right.
Do I want a cinema? Yeah.
You know what? Okay, taking the question a step further, what would you, if you won the lottery, what is like a must that you would have to have in your house?
A cinema room and a pool.
A what? A cinema room and a pool.
And a pool. Absolutely. Yep. I want a cinema room so bad. So I watch some of the YouTube videos I watch are like the ones of like the, mansions all different or whatever. But let me tell you, sometimes, and it's so funny when you watch them because you're like, oh, that one's not as good as that one I watched last week.
Right.
With like those, $50 million.
Right. I just watched somebody have like $100,000 remake of their backyard, and I'm like, $100,000, and then they were like, oh, and that's the lowest one, and they're like, and then there's this one, it's $600,000 and $1.1 million backyard renovation. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I just want an apartment. I'll take an apartment.
Right.
No, but I mean, if I had like my ultimate dream house, I would absolutely want something that's big enough that I could have people over, for parties and get-togethers and things like that, especially family big dinners and stuff like that. I'd want a place that like my nephews can come stay. That sort of thing, and like different stuff for them to do. So like the cinema room again and the pool. I definitely, jokingly, I was saying I'd adopt 50 dogs. I probably wouldn't adopt 50, but I'd definitely get a couple more.
Oh my God, shut up! Because I literally was like, yo, I would literally have like just a whole
menagerie.
I wanna be on the ground and have a bunch of puppies run all on top of me
great.
like a wave.
That sounds
like a wave,
plan.
like 20 of them.
But here's the thing, I don't know that I want them all the time, but if I can hire someone to bring me puppies and just run all over or two, and then they can go away to be potty trained.
Yo! I just picture you laying on like a Chase lounge.
Bring in the puppies!
Right. with a fake cigarette that's not even smokable, that's just like...
It's like,
bring me
the puppy.
Bring me my dog.
Exactly. RuPaul would absolutely, for sure.
Like no one's like sometimes you're like, but for
It'd
real
be different
though,
every time.
Oh my God, every time. That's what this podcast is going to be. It's just different versions of us being like, bring back my dogs.
Bring back my dogs.
I'm dead. Listen. Those are all sound bites. Yeah.
We're TikToking this week's episode, apparently.
And I just showed my age. I'm like, those are all sound bites. And we're TikToking. Yeah. So, what I would have in my house that's a must And Leave It to Me, of course. I saw it on MTV Cribs. I saw it because Beyonce had it in her room. They did an MTV Cribs on Beyonce's family's house from when she was in Destiny's Child. And she had this room. And I always was like, I promise you it would be the first thing I've always, like, I will build in a damn house. I used to have this dream as a kid where I would be in my bed, and so there was a part in, I think it's called the Santa Claus, where they're flying around the sky, and they're like it has like a hot chocolate machine comes out and all that.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I used to dream about flying through the sky on my bed, picking my friends up, and my bed converts into this like everybody's all like in their pajamas.
Bang, bang kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's just like everybody has this like hot chocolate machine, and you're just flying through the sky, and it's just you're flying amongst the stars, and like you hang out, and then that's how you sleep. You know what I mean? And so when I saw MTV Cribs, there was this part where she had a room, and when you walked into the room, it was like there's like a pit in the middle of the room. Like you actually walk down steps, and you would think you'd be walking into like a living room or something. It's literally just a massive part of the floor that kind of goes down, and it's nothing but pillows. And
you know what'd be awesome now that you were saying like flying through the stars and stuff, like getting like a projector for like the.
She had one that was paint. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but it wasn't a projector. But what it was painted. Like like that idea of what you're talking about. She had painted on the ceiling. So when you're laying there, it's like
the night sky.
It's like I don't know if it was the nighttime or daytime, but it was the sky. It was set up so like you were looking at it like that. But I was gonna take it a step further, and what I would do is I would have a retractable ceiling that was like a glass top. So it was like it would just
the rain. Oh, can you imagine the rain?
That's what I'm talking about. So then taking it a step further.
Thunderstorm.
No, I'm so serious. Like on those YouTube videos and stuff that you were talking about earlier, I saw this one house that kind of had the same idea, but what it was like that house's sunroom. So like everything was glass, and you couldn't see in, but you could see out. So they had it on top of this area that was just filled with pillows, and it was just a lounge area. And I was like, that'd be dope. That'd be so dope. And I would probably own something like that in the middle of Iceland just so that I see the northern lights, because that would be so dope. So dope. But
oh my god.
Yes, I would have to have a pillow pit.
Instead of like a ball pit, it's pillow pit.
It's a pillow pit.
I love it.
Pillow pit.
Much more sanitary.
Yeah. What would y'all have in your houses if you won the lottery?
Yeah, you tell us, because now we need ideas.
Yeah, I want to know.
We're just going to win the lottery.
We're going to win the lottery. And if you win the lottery, look, remember who helped you out and gave you the idea. You know what I'm saying?
You have to invite us to your pillow pit, okay?
I'm just saying. We will bring you the dogs.
Yeah. We absolutely will. We'll pick them up on the way.
We're related to Cruella de Vil. We're going to bring all the Dalmatians. We're just going to kidnap the shit out of them.
But then give them back and love them.
Right, and love them. Yeah. And give them back and love them. We would only kidnap them for just these purposes. Right. And then we would give them back, and then we would say sorry. Hopefully they don't call the cops. If they try to call the cops, then we're going to have to hit them and run.
The people, not the dogs.
Right, not the dogs, the people. Yeah. We, you know what I'm saying, just do like a cup of soup, fart in the hand, hit them in the face, knock them out, be out. No, but seriously, we love you guys. Let us know.
So much.
Yes, let us know what you would pick for your November blues. Yeah. What song would you pick? What did you think about Kay's choice with Billie Holiday, my choice with the Spice Girls? Mm-hmm. All of that great stuff. Thank you so much for all the love and support.
We love you guys so much. Thank you.
No! Now bring her!